everyone, welcome back to another Spark video. In this STEM-based video, we're actually going to be going over the differences between cytosol and cytoplasm. So let's begin by talking about what cytosol actually is. So I guess the actual definition is cytosol is intracellular fluid, but that just means that it's the liquid part of cytoplasm. So instead of being a distinct category and being in a distinct category, it's actually part of cytoplasm. It's only the liquid part. So in eukaryotes, which are like eukaryotic cells, the fluid, so the entire cytosol, is separated from the organelles within the cell membrane. So we know the structure is cell membrane, and then which is also called a plasma membrane, and within that everything's held into the cytoplasm. Now the fluid part, which is the cytosol, is separated from the organelles. So the organelles never actually mix with the cytosol, which means that the cytosol isn't held by any organelles. And any chemical reactions in prokaryotes take place in the cytosol. So in fungi or many archaea, the chemical reactions that they carry out with their enzymes actually happens in the cytosol because it's the fluid part. It's made up of many different. Complexes and enzymes, and those protons, and the distinction between them creates these concentration gradients. So now that we have a brief understanding about what cytosol is, now what's cytoplasm? Well, did you know the part of the cell is actually contained within the cytoplasm? That means the cytoplasm includes all of the contents inside the cell. So it's within the cell membrane and includes every single organelle except for a nucleus, because the nucleus is not membrane bound. Now the cytoplasm is like this gelatin-like semi-transparent liquid. And we went over this. The liquid part of cytoplasm is actually cytosol. So cytoplasm includes all of the organelles. We can say it includes the mitochondria, it includes the Golgi apparatus, the ER, the lysosome, the list goes on, as well as the cell membrane. So it's held within the cell membrane. And cytoplasm is a conductor of electricity. Now, this is because there's so many things within the cytoplasm. There's so many different organelles, proteins, and all of those are great conductors of electricity. The presence of cytoplasm helps materials navigate all around the cell with cytoplasmic streaming. So cytoplasmic streaming is actually related with the cytoskeleton as well. So it helps the cell move around and helps materials inside the cell move around as well. Let's say, for instance, the lysosomes need to move around a little. Well, the cytoplasm will move and shift because it's this semi-transparent gelatin-like, so it can definitely move around liquid. Talk about what makes up the cytoplasm now that we understand what it does and what its function is. Well, the cytoplasm is made up of cytosol, cell organelles, and other inclusions. Now, these cell organelles, an important thing to keep in mind is that it doesn't include the nucleus. Now, I briefly mentioned this before, but the nucleus is not membrane bound. So the cytoplasm includes all of the cell organelles except for the nucleus. Now, the inclusions are salts, enzyme, lipids, amino acids, ions, carbs, the macromolecules, as well as nutrients. Now, these nutrients are very, very important because when water needs to come into the cell, these nutrients allow water components to be easily absorbed, osmosis, within the cell. Well, that wraps it up for today's video. Remember to like and subscribe to get more STEM and finance-based videos. Thank you.